So I'm going to start your reading right away for lovely fellow Aries people. The first card you have for your past is the Ten of Pentacles. So obviously this is about money and relationships, all of those kinds of things together. There's a family on this card. I seen that maybe you had some worries about money at this time. I think maybe you're worrying about how you're going to pay for something, how you're going to be able to afford something that you wanted or you wanted to do. I think you actually did have enough for what you needed. And I think deep down you knew this, but there's always this kind of fear, this thinking about, will I have enough? What am I going to do if I run out? What if the money stops? What if I can't do this? All of these kinds of things. I'm sorry, I've just noticed I've got something right next to my microphone. Might be making a noise. Let me just move it. I'm sorry about that. Okay, I hope that's okay. Because I don't want to stop when I start doing these. I don't like to just stop in the middle and, because I just like them to be from start to finish. Anyway, I'm not going to say any more about this. So yeah, I'm getting this feeling of anxiety around money, and I am getting this feeling that you wanted to buy something. You're a little bit worried about this. You're kind of anxious, and I think you actually might have been confiding in someone. You might have been telling them about this fear or these problems you had, and I'm actually seeing someone. They might have been trying to reassure you. They might have been telling you, something like, everything's going to be fine, don't worry, everything will be all right. And I think you appreciated what they had to say, but maybe it felt a little bit superficial to you, and even a bit annoying actually to you. Sorry about that noise. So I don't think you said anything. Obviously you didn't say, well, that's really annoying, and you just kind of didn't say anything. But I think you're a little bit frustrated by what they were saying, because I think what they said to you kind of proved to you that they didn't really understand what you were going through. They didn't really understand a lot about you, and but partly that's them and partly that's you, because I don't think you like to reveal everything about yourself to people anyway. So of course, if you don't reveal yourself to people, you don't open yourself up to people, of course they're not going to understand you properly. But I think you're feeling a little bit alone around this person. You do feel a lot like that, actually. You do feel quite alone around people. A lot of people make you feel like that. Excuse me. And I think people seem to be saying the right things around you, but they don't truly understand you. I know this sounds really negative and I don't mean it to be, but I think you do feel alone a lot. I'm seeing that all the time in this. And yeah, even when you have a lot of people around you, you feel alone. It's a bit like the people in this card. They're all there. There are a lot of people in this card, all in the same scene, but nobody's really communicating properly. Nobody understands anyone properly. I mean, the couple in the centre, they're just kind of glancing at each other, walking past. There's an old man in the front and there's a little boy in there. Nobody's talking to anyone. And I think, this is what you're like when you're around people. You feel like people don't really understand me. I want to get close to people, but I just know they're not going to understand me anyway. That's the kind of thing, this kind of contrast you have in your life, these kind of feelings you have around people. I hope that makes sense. The next card you have for your past is the Four of Wands. So yeah, it's funny because there are some people who you do feel welcome around. There are some people who want to welcome you to come close to them. They want to get close to you. But I think even then there's some kind of distance between you and these people, because if you look at this card, I mean, this is a very positive card, but there are two women in this card and they're kind of waving. They're waving their bouquets of flowers in the air and they're waving at us. They're saying, come over, come and talk to us. Look, we're here. We want you to come close to us. We're over here waving at you. We want to celebrate with you. We want you here with us. But, they're still far away and you're still far away from them. And you can see them, you can appreciate them, you don't dislike them, you like them, but you just can't get close to them. You just can't do that. There might be some nervousness about getting close to people. And I think from the outside, you seem very confident. You seem a bit bold, actually. But you don't feel like that on the inside. You really, really don't. And they might be saying, what's wrong? Come over. What's wrong with you? Come over and talk to us. and you just feel like you can't quite do that. You can't quite make the move to do that. That's what I'm seeing in this card. I don't know if this is going to make any sense to you or not, but this is what I'm seeing. The other thing I'm seeing in this card is that you are going to have a very positive outcome, and this is around this thing that you were worried about, purchasing, whether you could afford something. And what I'm seeing is that before you have this positive outcome, it's going to feel very negative to you in the beginning. So you're going to have a no. It's going to be like this big no, and then you're going to be set way back, like, oh no, I got a no, this is never going to happen. Then your mind starts racing around, oh no, this is terrible, this is wrong, no, no, no. But then after that, I'm seeing a fast yes. So at this time, you might be in the no stage. You might not have gotten to the yes stage yet because this is in your past. But this is reminding you that there is going to be a yes. There is going to be a yes coming to you, even though you don't feel like that at this time. Because what I'm seeing in this card is 1111. These two kind of, these four wands are making an 1111. I don't often see that in this card, but I am this time. Sometimes I do. So there's an 1111. So yes, it's going to be a yes. It's going to happen for you sometime for you soon. It's going to be very fast, the yes. Don't wallow around worrying about this no. It won't matter. Once you get the yes, you'll feel so much better, and you'll forget about the no. You won't even care about it. That's what I'm seeing. Excuse that going past. So yes, I always lose my concentration. It's always busy here. I'm going to move, actually. I'm going to move early next year. Anyway, that's nothing to do with this. So yeah, so there's an 1111. And yeah, this is going to open up amazing things. Once you get this yes, it's going to open up some really, really amazing, fantastic things. Because look at this. There's an 1111, and look what's through the 1111. Excuse me, I can't say 11. There's a kind of a pointed dome on this castle. There's like a conical dome, which is like a kind of a pointed round dome. And it looks like a red arrow to me, a red arrow pointing upwards into the sky. And that's where you're going. You're going up, you're going up. So even though you've got this no, you've got this negativity, this is telling you, this is showing you, don't worry about the no, ignore that, because there's a better thing coming for you, and it's going to be a yes. And you're going to be actually happy. You're going to be happy that you had the no, because it would have led you to something that was not leading you through this 1111. That's what I'm seeing. So, you know, I think even though this person you were talking to in the Ten of Pentacles who was saying, oh, everything's going to be all right, you're like, oh, everything's going to be all right. What does that mean? How do you know? They were right, actually, because everything is going to be all right. It's going to be more than all right. That's what I'm seeing in this card. The last card you have for your past is Strength. Fantastic card. So I'm seeing discipline. I'm seeing discipline in this card. I think you had to stop yourself from acting in a certain way, or maybe doing things that you used to do all the time. This is something you used to do all the time, and it wasn't very good for you, like a habit that you stopped or something like that. And I think, you know, you stopped this, you're able to stop this, and you're really, really proud of yourself. And I think, you know, you deserve to be proud of yourself for stopping this. This was really, really difficult, very difficult. And you had a lot of inner strength, and that's what helped you to stop doing whatever this was. Yes, you've been wanting to break this habit for a long, long time, and you've tried and failed a lot of times. You've tried and then you've failed and thought, oh, right, tomorrow I'm going to start again. Tomorrow I'm going to start again. And then the next day you start again. Oh, well, on Monday I'll start again. On Monday I'll start again. It'll all be fantastic. I'll do this and I'll do... And then you fail again. Oh, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? But now at this time, you suddenly had something happen inside you that just clicked. And then you changed, you were able to do it. You had this new kind of mindset. And yes, it was your strength that did this, but something clicked as well and changed. I'm also seeing in this card that, yes, there's someone who you might have been having some kind of standoff with or something like that, if that makes sense. a kind of a waiting standoff or something like that. This is around a love situation. I think I've seen this in your readings before, this person. It might be the same person. I think you were always the first person to contact them. You were always the first person to message them, ask if they're okay, suggest to do things, all of that kind of thing. I'm seeing a lonely text message sitting there from you, waiting for them to answer. It's just sitting there by itself. But, they weren't answering it. And I think this time you were determined to not text them again, because I think in the past you're always like, oh, I'm so frustrated, they're not answering, I'm going to text them again, I'm going to talk to them again, and they always pick up and say hello or whatever. But then you kind of think, why am I always the first one to do this, and why do I have to put all the effort in? So I think at this time you were determined to kind of not put that effort in. And this, it sounds a bit petty, like a game or something, but it's not a game. It wasn't a game for you, because you were just really truly tired of having to be the first one to do everything with this person. And it was starting to make you feel as if, this was all one-sided and you were just fed up with it. So I'm just seeing the strength and determination here you used as well, to not contact them. That took you a lot of strength as well. And I think, you're saying to yourself, this time they're going to have to put some work in. They are going to have to put some work in, and I'm just going to hold back until they do. You are determined to do that. That's what I'm seeing in that card. So the first card you have for your present is the Ace of Wands. I love this. This is the action card. So yeah, this is going to be a success. This is going to be fantastic. This thing that was around purchasing or money or something that you were going to have to buy or something, whatever was in the Ten of Pentacles that you were worried about. Now you have this know about it, but it is going to happen quickly. This is what this is showing me. The Ace of Wands is quick. It's fast. It's action. That's what's going to happen to you. Action. It's going to come in quickly. You're going to get this yes. And when you get it, you're going to be saying, I don't care about that no. Who cares about that stupid person that told me no? I don't even know who they are. Goodbye. I don't care, because I've got this yes, and it's going to be fantastic for me. Now, I'm seeing, again, this is going to come in very quickly, this yes. Once you get this yes, you're going to be rushing, you're going to be hurrying, you might have to run around organizing things, you might have to buy more things to go with whatever this is. And this is going to be very, you're going to be very busy, and you're going to be very exhausted, practically exhausted. Exhausted physically is what I'm trying to say, not practically, physically. This is going to be really mentally satisfying, very emotionally satisfying. You're going to be very fulfilled, very happy after this, but you're going to be physically tired, because you're going to be running around doing a lot of things around this. Yeah, I'm just seeing you falling into bed at the end of the day, exhausted, but really, really satisfied. And this is really good, because I think you might have been having some trouble sleeping, actually, because you've had so many worries around this. But now, after you've got this yes, and you're running around doing these practical things, the peace of mind of the yes is going to help you to sleep properly. And the physical running around is going to make you physically tired. And that's going to help you sleep properly as well. That's what I'm seeing. Yeah, and the relief around this. There's a lot of relief I'm seeing around this. It's very, very positive. The next card you have for your present is the Four of Swords. So yes, again, sleeping. Here he is, sleeping. So you'll be sleeping really well. And yeah, this is like, this, yes, it's going to be like a breakthrough. It's going to be like, I think there were so many things that you wanted to do. But you had this kind of bottleneck with this thing. You're waiting for this thing to happen, and you couldn't actually do all of these things until this one thing fell into place, and you had a no about it, and you're saying, oh, now I've got this no, nothing will happen. But then, when you get this yes, this opens the gates to everything happening, which is what I was seeing in the Four of Wands. So yeah, this is going to help you to push things forward, do lots and lots and lots of different things. But I think, once you've kind of settled into this yes, and you've got everything in place, before you actually start moving forward in the second phase of everything, I think you're going to have this time of just sitting back, planning things. You might even have some people help you plan some things. I'm seeing that. And yeah, you're kind of just planning, working out how everything's going to happen. I'm also seeing, this is a little bit confusing, and I might, yeah, I'll just tell you what I'm seeing in this card. The man on this card, obviously he's sleeping, he's resting. He also has these 3 swords hanging above him. I'm seeing you thinking about this person in the Strength card. There might be a battle going along in your head, in your heart, all of these things, a big battle. You might be battling, you might be thinking, I really miss them, I really do, I want to talk to them, I want to contact them. And I think this person might have really gotten to you, actually. They might have really touched your feelings in a way that you might not have felt for anyone else ever before. And I think this person was in your last reading or some of your other readings. I'm just getting that again. I think you know deep down that the problem is, even though you do feel this for them, you know deep down that if this person isn't contacting you, they're not connecting with you, for whatever reason, it's not good. Because if they wanted to, they would. If they wanted to connect with you, they would do that. That's the truth of the matter, I'm sorry to say. So I think if this resonates, you're probably trying not to think about them. And, you are busy, you have a lot on your mind as well, trying to distract yourself from thinking about them. But it's in these quiet times, when you're resting, when you're trying to sleep, when you're lying down, that this person kind of pops into your head again. Now, you're a strong person, you're a very strong person, you're a very brave person. And I think you know that, you know all of that. You're strong, you're still not contacting them, I'm seeing that. And I don't think this person would ever know that that's what you're thinking. They'd never know that in the night you're kind of thinking, oh, I miss them, I'd love to contact them, and you stress and you worry about it. They'd never know that. And other people in your life wouldn't know that either, because you're very strong. You put on a brave face to people. Now, yes, I really hate to say this. I've got to tell you what I'm seeing. There might be another person involved in this. It doesn't have to be a third party, but it might be a third party. I'm definitely seeing someone around them, someone who's taking a lot of their attention, because there are 3 swords hanging above this man. And yeah, this is really strange, actually. That's why I'm confused about this, because I know they care about you. That's the thing. I know this person cares about you. I don't know what's happened, whether someone's just distracted them, gotten their attention, told them something. I don't know. But someone is taking their attention. And, if this is resonating and you're not contacting them, which is what I'm seeing, I'm glad you're not, actually, because whatever's going on with them, you're better off away from them at this time. If there is a third party, then of course you're better off away from them. If there isn't, obviously they have a lot to sort out. That's what I'm seeing. And if they do have a lot to sort out, which is not around a love connection, a third party, then they should be talking to you about this if they have a problem, but they're not. So again, I'm glad you're waiting for them. I'm glad you're waiting for them. But again, if your instincts are telling you something, if your instincts are telling you this is a third party, follow your instincts. If they're telling you it isn't, follow your instincts again. That's what I have to say about that card. And I hate to bring you bad news, but I have to tell you what I'm seeing. The last card you have for your present, excuse me, sorry about that, is the Page of Cups. So, yeah, even though, I'm seeing you going through all of these conflicting emotions, stress, unsurety about this person, you still have a really, really good sense of humour. You have an amazing sense of humour. You're still really funny. And sometimes this humour can be a bit self-depreciating. You like to joke about yourself and say, oh no, I'm not really good enough. I'm this and I'm that. I'm not good at those sort of jokes, but you are. And yes, you make jokes about yourself. So, and you have a very different sense of humour. It's very, very different. It catches people by surprise sometimes. They're kind of surprised by it. And also, sometimes you hide your emotions behind this humour. And that might be what's happening with you now. That might be why you have this card here, because you have these kind of conflicting emotions, this kind of person you're thinking about, excuse me, this possible third party situation you're not sure about, you're worried about. And these are very strong emotions, very difficult emotions. And, you know, your humor is kind of masking that for you. That's what I'm seeing is happening. And again, you know, these people that, you know, that are around you, they're listening to you, they're laughing at your jokes, they really think you're funny. A lot of people around you I'm seeing, but you don't know them that closely. You don't know them all that closely, but they love being around you. They love laughing at you. That's what I'm seeing. Not laughing at you in a bad way, but laughing at your jokes. There is someone I'm seeing who you can talk to about this. I think you have a lot of emotions, and I think it would be worth you opening up to someone about this. I know you don't like to do this, but there is someone I can see who you can do this with. This is a friend I'm seeing. This is someone who they're quite a busy person. They're not very easy to get hold of. They're busy, but try to get hold of them. Try to call them if this resonates. You might have to leave a few messages with them, but keep persevering with them. They're not ignoring you. They're genuinely a busy person. So please talk to them. They care about you, whoever this is. I'm seeing someone who's helped you with things in the past. I think you know who this is. So please talk to this person. So, yeah, the first card you have for your future is the Three of Wands, yes. I'm seeing three people in this again, obviously, with these three wands. I really don't want to say this, but yes, this is, again, reflecting what I'm seeing in the Four of Swords. Third parties, someone who this person's talking to a lot. And they might be helping someone. Someone might be leaning on them, like this man's leaning on someone. And yeah, I don't want to make excuses for this person. I mean, if this is a love connection, obviously this is terrible. They shouldn't be doing this. If they want to break up with you, they should do that first. They should not do this, obviously. I think whoever this person is that they're talking to might have been around them for a while, and I think they might have been waiting for the right opportunity to move forward to them. That's what I'm seeing. They were waiting for the opportunity to be around them. That's what I'm seeing. Now, there's no excuse. I'm not saying this person's kind of led along by this predator or whatever. Both parties have equal responsibility for this, especially if the other person knows that you are around. But yeah, I think the other thing I'm seeing is this person might be someone around their workplace or someone around something they're working on, because this card can be sometimes about business, waiting, or commerce, or ships coming in, or you trade, things like that. So it might be around the workplace. Again, it might be someone they're offering advice to, because this man's leaning on one of these wands. But again, you know, if your instincts are telling you something, please follow what they're telling you. Please follow what they're telling you. The next card you have for your future is the Two of Pentacles. So, yes, yeah, this person might come back. They might start talking to you again. I think they most probably will. I think they're going to start texting you again. I'm quite angry with them, actually. I'm seeing text messages going backwards and forwards between you and them. I'm seeing some slow text messages that are going to take a long time. And this is going to be frustrating for you, I'm seeing. But yeah, there are superficial messages. I'm really angry with this person. They're sending you superficial messages. This is horrible. You're an Aries. You don't want, hey, how are you? Good. What are you doing? I'm out. Okay. You don't want that. You're Aries. You want proper communication. You want someone to tell you how they feel with you. You want real communication. You want someone who's real. That's what you want. And it's driving me crazy looking at this. I really can't even bear to look at this anymore. I think you're probably going to come out and you're going to come and tell them how you feel at some time. I hate to keep on seeing this again. This card can also be about juggling two people. So yes, I'm not saying any more about this. So the last card you have for your future is the Six of Swords. So yes, leaving, moving away. Yeah, I hope that's what you're going to do with this person. I really do. There aren't actually many people who you do truly trust. I can see that all through this reading. Sadly, you thought this was one of them. You thought this was one of the people who you did trust. And yeah, you're probably going to walk away. This is not going to be easy for you at all, because I'm seeing you're still going to carry a lot of these hurt feelings with you for a long, long time. Like this woman in this boat has these swords in front of her, so you're going to carry them with you. And yeah, I am seeing you're going to bury yourself in your work as well. And that's what you do quite a lot when you're hurt. You do this a lot. It's like